This colonialism and imperialism here in Africa just have to stop. I don't know why these white people who came from Europe, who came from Africa years ago here in Africa, they have taken over almost all the lands in Africa. Today, if you watch most of the various countries in Africa like Zambia, Zimbabwe, even South Africa, all the lands over there are all being taken over by white people. This is what they do. Once they defeat a country, colonize a country, the next thing they do is to take over the land in the country. This thing has really been going on for decades now, and we Africa has to stand up and do something about these land issues. The big question is, how can we Africans, with the black people who originally owned the whole lands in Africa, how can our land be forcefully taken away from us during the time of our forefathers? And right now we are here looking and just sitting back. According to what is going on in Zimbabwe, what is going on in Zambia, that they will install these African puppet leaders to be leading us, in order for them to infiltrate them and send their so-called white people down here to Africa to start taking over our lands. Our land has been taken over. African youth, African citizens, we just have to wake up to all this nonsense that is going on. This has been going on for over 100 years ago, and it's still going on, all because we Africans, we have refused to wise up, we have refused to liberate ourselves, and we have refused to set ourselves free from the shackles of mental slavery, which is very bad for us, and which is making us to be always be fighting ourselves at all times, because why we lack this ability to access to a better information and to access to better knowledge, to get a better knowledge. So we Africans, we just have to wake up. Let's join these African countries that their land has been taken over by white people like Zambia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. Let us join them for the fight to take our land back. Whether the white people came here to suck us, colonize us, and exploit us, whether they like it or not, our land must be taken back by fire or by force. But whichever way they want it, whichever way it can be taken back, it should surely be taken back. Because a man can never be in his own country, in his own land that he claims he is, but he's not in control of the land, or because white people came over to take it over from him forcefully. This land was not willingly given to them. It was being taken over forcefully, or because of colonization and the imperialism that was going on before and that is still going on right now. Like what just happened in Zimbabwe years ago, when the British soldiers who fought for World War II, for the British government to compensate them, they sent them down to Zimbabwe to take over their lands. So when a white man now wants to take over lands in Zimbabwe, then they will just ride their horse, whichever way their horse stops, that's where they will take. They start taking over all of their land and drive the indigenous people out of their land forcefully, or because they think they have the power to take and dominate anybody that they want to dominate. It's time for us, we Africans, to rise. We just have to rise, and let's get this done for ourselves. If not for ourselves, for our future children, because if we refuse to do it now, our future children are still going to come back and suffer from this colonization and the imperialism that is going on right now. Please, I'd like you, don't skip without subscribing or follow me on my channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next video.